I'm curious how Jomboy approaches finding new creators because a big element that you and I talked about on the pre-show was you've got to want to be a part of a company like Jomboy
Hmm.
because you can have a lot of success as a solo creator. But how do you approach vetting creators, talking to creators, getting inbound from new creators?
Yeah, I think it's a different world than it was a couple of years ago. I think it is harder to grow an audience and cultivate a community on your own. I think it's harder to break through. And I think that just like you said, you really want to have to be a part of something and have to be a part of something bigger. So we don't do a lot of recruiting or outreach. We naturally do content with creators like the warehouse games, right? So they could have been featured, they could have been a floorball player in the floorball series for warehouse games, or they, could have played blitzball with us and we're like, oh, this vibe works. We're both learning and working with each other. And that's how some of our partnerships have come about, where then we'll extend an offer to them or they'll show interest in joining. But we've already kind of tested the waters a little bit. And that's what works out best is when we know that these creators, they align with our brand. They want to be part of something bigger. And then we really have two buckets or two requirements for creators. One is that they have to have proven to create a community on their own with their personal social channels or YouTube channels or, shows. And two, they have to fit in to the bigger picture of what we were doing. So Shelfie is a great example of this. We've, known him on the internet for years. He's done some collaborations with us. He has his own YouTube channels with a couple 100,000 followers. He knows what it takes to build an audience. It is not easy.
Yeah.
And then he can fit into other places. So like Warehouse Games, he's now like a mainstay in Warehouse Games. He does JM Gaming channel, which is a John Boy Media branded channel with our other creator Joe's. So the ability to slot people in multiple places is really important for us. And yeah, that's how I think we'll continue to find success with creators.
When you look at a creator's profile like his and you're kind of seeing if it's going to be a fit, maybe they've done a little bit of interaction here and there, what elements are you looking for? Like when you're personally looking at their YouTube, or you're going through the comments, obviously you're probably looking at their Instagram, you're trying to see how in love maybe the community is with them or
Yeah.
just how tight knit they are because it's clear, especially when you've got your favorite shows like Talking Baseball and Shea Station, when there's little inside jokes that all the community knows, and when you come in and as a someone from the outside, you're like, what is everyone talking about? Like
Yes.
Jake
Yes.
sucks is a perfect example,
Yeah,
right? Like
that's
if
true.
you just went in the comments and say Jake sucks to a random person, they'd be like, what the heck are you
Yeah.
talking about? But those who know, right, they know
A term of
that
endearment. Jake sucks.
it's actually the nicest thing you could say.
Yeah.
Uh, but looking for those elements is probably really important for you guys.
Yeah, I think it's the overall tone of voice of the creator too. And that is really important to us. We joke and we have strong opinions and we create engaging content, but it's always in good fun and we don't really cross that line. And having a creator take that same approach to content, I think is first and foremost, like, does he fit our vibe? Or she. And then secondly, how much do they put the community first? I think that is, we did like core values here a couple months ago, and it's our number one value. Like, we are our community. If we lose our community, we lose, full stop. So we need to make sure that creators that we bring on board, they have that lens of like community first and foremost, like they are the ultimate North